So we are fighting Undead Uvishka, this time in the Mask of Darkness DLC for Prince of Persia The Lost Crown. This guy has 2 phases and a pretty limited moveset, so let's get straight into it. For the first half of Uvishka's health bar, there will be 3 main attacks. The first one is a red move where he charges horizontally across the screen. Remember that red moves are unblockable, so you simply want to jump and dodge this one in the air. As he strikes, Uvishka will leave a trail of spikes behind him, so we want to make sure we are dodging into the attack to maintain distance. The second attack is a wind-up strike, which can be parried quite easily and will open him up for a quick combo. But if you decide to dodge through this attack, you can get one hit in before he counters with a backward strike, which can also be parried. Uvishka's third attack is another red move where he will launch himself above you before striking down. Again, we have spikes to avoid, so for this one we'll dodge out at the last second and wait very briefly before returning to get in some damage. So those are the 3 attacks you'll have to contend with during his first phase. It is possible to bait out the wind-up attack by keeping a medium distance, and this is something I would encourage as parrying this attack is the most reliable way to open him up for some hits. Now when we get to phase 2, Uvishka will signal this by creating a wind blast at half health, and his moveset is pretty much the same but more aggressive. So this time when he charges, the window for safety is much narrower. Unless you air dodge perfectly, you'll probably take some damage from Uvishka's spikes. So what I do here is simply dodge into the air and fire an arrow or 2 to extend the time off the ground. He'll also likely charge twice in a row if you manage to avoid the first one, so be on the lookout for that. His wind-up attack is virtually unchanged from phase 1, so make sure you parry it and return some damage. But his vertical attack has an extra component. This time after landing, some traps will appear to the left and right of the attack, so we'll have to react quickly to avoid getting hurt, but not so quickly as to run into the spikes when we return to land some blows. Uvishka adds a 4th attack to his set, and this is a sweep in the air. He might try to fake you out with a wind-up, but then jump into the air and hit you from behind like a coward. It is possible to dodge this attack, but I find it much safer to dodge away from it as there are better opportunities to create some damage. In terms of Athra Surges, I would save them for the harder part of the fight, which is the second phase. To be honest, I didn't even mess around with the loadout. I just used whatever I had equipped from months ago when I last played. So yeah, that's pretty much everything there is to know about the Undead Uvishka fight. Let's hope this bugger stays down for good this time. So I'm going to play the whole fight now on warrior difficulty with no damage and no edits.